Whoa, that one tastes good. I have another half-gram one. I wanted to finish setting up my diorama because I didn't get to finish it because my girlfriend woke up and was hangry as fuck. And that just happens sometimes. So here I am. Also, I wanted to try something with She-Hulk too. So, because she's kind of in like a classic suit, which means she could be wearing, and I'm talking about this one. She could be wearing some white gloves. So, what's up, Kaiju? I'm back live again randomly. Also, yeah, again, I know. My girlfriend was hangry when she woke up. Really hangry. She was like, baby. And I was like, bitch, chill. I want to see, because, like, she could be wearing gloves, you know? Is that really? Did I have... No, I'm just, like, does it look okay? Let me know. Because I kind of want to give She-Hulk the peace sign and the thumbs up. Like, does that look okay? Does she need white boots to even that out? I don't know. I didn't mean to use the sick emote. It's okay. I forgive you. All right, so y'all think it looks good? So maybe before we proceed, we'll stick with that. Because I like it. I do like it. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks like she's kind of more classic. Because this isn't like her. The only thing it's missing is, like, I wish this was white up to her neck. And it would really work really well. But that's not the She-Hulk they gave us. But that looks fine. She don't need armbands to be She-Hulk. However, now I need to put hands on this She-Hulk. Also, the members only video, well, it was members only, for this She-Hulk is now live for everybody. CJ and Kaiju, y'all are members, so y'all had already seen it, I'm sure. But I really think that the only thing that She-Hulk needs to be perfect is an ab crunch down here and butterfly joints, and it'll be, they could reuse this mold for the next 10 years with those improvements, and I think it'd still be the perfect She-Hulk. So maybe someday we'll get that. Good job, Jen. This She-Hulk is gonna stay down here because this one is going on my shelf next to the Fantastic Four, just to have like another team. Because that's like my Avengers, Defenders, Midnight Suns, all that stuff. So 21 people watching, smash that like button. But this Jen is gonna stay down here being hot and green. You know how it be. I am so behind on watching videos and making videos. I've been busy drawing and reading record stores. It's a good excuse, Kaiju. It is a valid excuse. All right, now let me get back to fixing the diorama before my hangry girlfriend woke up and said, "Bitch, what are you doing?" All right, we're gonna leave Romanky there. Romanky girl, gun girl, petting the kitty cat. Except she's gonna. There you go. She pet the kitty. We're gonna give Donald Glover his alcohol back, and he's gonna be playing the arcade again. I need this guy for my Conan video. What's up, Gene? How's it going? How are you? I'm just fixing my diorama here that I messed up earlier, and I fucked up the inside of it. Oh, Chester, I'm very bad at not knocking things over once I set them back up, so it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing I do. I also got this guy down here. I'm probably just going to leave him in the diorama It's Jason David Frank from the White Dragon movie that's never going to come out. I should make a video about that, honestly. We can talk about it too. You're making a salad? Nice. Salads are good. I haven't had a salad in a while. But so Jason David Frank, before he died, he was working on a movie. It was crowdfunded. It was kickstarted. They paid for the cost, and he was working. What's up, stop motion guy? How's it going? He was working with Aaron Schonke, who runs Bat in the Sun. So Superhero Beatdown, a couple other series, like he did live action fights, like Death Battle. But so Jason David Frank was working with him, and this guy's a real sleazebag. And Jason didn't know that before he started working with him. But so this guy, Jason David Frank, crowdfunds the money for this movie. This guy's the director, and he wants half of the money that they raised from the crowdfunding. Not only that, he wants a bunch of creative control. Half of the people that were working on the movie, like there was some people from Power Rangers that were working on it, like actors, and they left because of Aaron. So as you all know, Jason David Frank died. He passed away, and the movie was supposed to be released like 2 years ago. I don't know, Neva fan. That's up to you and your algorithm. YouTube sends you here. It's because you got your following tags that are in my videos. So it's a you thing, not a me thing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I'm just fixing my diorama. If you like action figures and reviews and pop culture stuff, then that's probably why YouTube sent you here. If you don't, then, you just move on to the next one. But, this movie was supposed to be out, I believe, a year and a half ago. And there's still nothing. No new trailers, nothing. So it's not looking like this movie is ever going to get released because Aaron Schonke is a piece of shit. And he's known for, like, going on and attacking people after they call him out or, like, they do interviews. Well, thanks, Neva fan. Glad the algorithm sent you something cool. So I do action figure reviews, and my diorama's obviously a little messy. I had fixed part of it earlier, and I'm just finishing it up and telling stories about the toys that I got here. But yeah, Legend of the White Dragon, it doesn't look, it's like, so Jason David Frank was rightfully kind of pissed at Hasbro and Power Rangers because he never really got the credit or the payment that he was due for holding it on his back for a long time, at least as far as he was concerned. And it's valid, he's the longest running Power Ranger, all that stuff. So he wanted to kind of make his own Power Rangers thing, and that was Legend of the White Dragon. And then he passed away, and it really sucked. And I feel like, not to like tell anyone's story, but I feel like that was part of the stuff that was going on because he had made this movie. He wanted to make this movie for fans, and some douchebag took it over and was like, "Oh, I'm going to take half the money." And so, like, I feel like he probably wasn't too happy about that situation, rightfully so, on top of already having a bunch of issues. So I fully endorse saying Aaron Schonken is a reason that Jason David Frank is no longer with us, because I feel like that had a really, really negative effect on him as far as wanting to do something with the fans, wanting to do something on his own, and just getting gaslit and steamrolled by some asshole. So kind of sucks. His kids are kind of carrying on his legacy. Well, one of them. And doing their thing, promoting Power Rangers and Green Ranger and all that stuff. And yeah, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Really sucks. He seemed like such a genuine good guy. Yeah, he was. He had his. We all have our demons. We all have our things we need to work through, and yeah, I think that he got the brunt end of the stick from one of the other Power Rangers, the original Red Ranger. What's up, Richard? Austin, is it Austin St. John? Austin St. John, I think that's his name. He definitely blamed Jason for a lot of the problems with Power Rangers and being kicked off of the first season and all that stuff. And it really, they're just kids trying to make money and trying to do what's best for their career. And you kind of have to let that stuff go as an adult. And he kind of never let it go a little bit. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that followed him around, whether it was earned or not earned. But, regardless, he cared about the fans. He cared about Power Rangers. And he cared about his character. And that's what really matters to people like me and people like us when it comes to, like, supporting your fans. Because, you wouldn't be where you are, but whether you're a big movie star, a TV star, a creator, an influencer, whatever, without the people that watch you and support you. So it sucks that Jason David Frank no longer around. I hope that the Legend of the White Dragon movie gets released at some point, and I hope that it's not terrible because of Aaron Schoenke. So, oh, look at that, Stu. Robert just became a channel member. I almost said a Power Ranger. Robert just became a Power Ranger. Thank you, Stu. I don't have any super chats up, but I always appreciate you supporting the channel and gifting channel memberships. And now we've got a new member. So, Robert, welcome to the Rowdy Rascals. Extra content. I've got Sagat review coming out, or depending on, because my member's first video just went up for everyone, She-Hulk, today. But if I get my first Conan ever, I'm going to try to do that as soon as possible and make that the next members first. But if not, we've got Sagat coming and, other stuff that I'm working on. We appreciate you, Stu, all of us, because you're always around showing support, and that's what it's all about, supporting each other, supporting your friends and your subscribers and your watchers and your chat and your other creators and all that stuff. And Stu's got some videos up. He just started putting some content on there, so go check out Stu, everyone. Stu for lunch. Oh, so this, I say old, but it's kind of new, that my Gamerverse one replaced on my shelf. Don't really know what to do with her, so that means I don't want to get rid of her. So when I have one of those figures, I'm just like, all right, to the background diorama she goes. So we'll put Psylocke over there. And then I got my Secret Wars Storm, who I also don't know where to put, but I feel like she'd be cool with Donald Glover because he's a cool dude. Everyone's cool with Donald Glover. Also, he's playing a retro arcade. She's wearing some retro 80s clothes. So I put them in between CoverGirl and Donald Glover. And Storm she'll have his back. She'll be watching. And if anyone tries to mess with Donald Glover, she will use her lightning powers, and CoverGirl will come through with the shotgun. And then Sam and Dean will burn the body so that it doesn't come back as a demon. You know how that works. It's all teamwork. Gotta put her back on the shelf now. Which one do y'all like better? Let me know. Which She-Hulk is the best She-Hulk? I like them both. I think that they're both kind of really good. Speaking of dioramas, where did you get yours? I love it, and I think my vids would hopefully benefit better, richer background, not just solid white or black. So this is Extreme Sets. There's actually two. This one is their warehouse. Is it Extreme Sets? Yeah, I think it's Extreme Sets. This one is their warehouse, and then this is the base of the city one, which is kind of like NECA's NECA City diorama, but obviously it's all made out of cardboard. So it's a little less pricey, and it looks fine. It works. But they're, Extreme Sets. Sometimes they sell out, so you may, if you buy directly from their website, it's a little bit cheaper, but like Amazon and stuff sometimes has some deals. I got the warehouse one from Amazon for like $60, but I had pre-ordered it. It was up for pre-order. So that's why I got it for a good deal. So it was only $60 for that. And the other one was, I believe, like $60 as well. So that's generally what the bigger ones run. But they have some smaller ones that are like $30, $40. Yeah, it's a whole set. I would like to, like, hopefully after we move, and if we move to a townhouse or something, or like a smaller house, hopefully it has a basement or a separate room where I can just like the half of the room in front of me, like a city. What's up, Leia? She's back again. So are you. Because I wanted to finish setting up my figures. You know, I think that do y'all like the figures in the background? Do you think it looks cluttered? Does it bother you in the photography that there's people back there? And also, like I said, which She-Hulk do you think is better? The Iron Man one or the Fantastic Four one? We'll leave Jen back there. I don't think it really matters. I think it kind of just adds. I think able to get this from Big Bad Toy Store still, or Valverse still. When I went to ToyTuber Expo, they actually had a variant of this that was completely clear, like this color, and it was signed by Jason David Frank. What's up, Cass? Thank you. I appreciate it. It was signed by Jason David Frank. I would have gotten it, but I was 25 and I'd already spent all my money. I needed money for gas to get home. So I was like, shit. I guess it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, they should probably still be. The best part of this figure, honestly, is the head sculpt. Because it looks a lot like Jason David Frank. And as a bonus, it fits perfectly on the Lightning Collection heads. So like this fits on the Green Ranger. And yeah, I even took a photo. Yesterday was Power Rangers Day, so I took a couple Lightning Collection pictures, and I put this head sculpt on the Green Ranger, and then I had all his other Rangers, like, you know, Red Turbo, Red Zeo, White Ranger, and Black Dino Thunder behind him, and like a, you know, you can check out my Instagram. It's also on my YouTube post page. But yeah, hit like Cass said, and go check out Cass's channel. He goes live, I think Saturdays, Fridays, Saturdays, whenever. And it's always a blast. I can't always catch it because it's late and I have to go to bed. Like, I have to go to bed here pretty soon. I did take like a 5-6 hour nap, so. But yeah, I think this figure, it's been sitting on a random shelf, my movie shelf. So I think this is gonna stay in the diorama. I think he's getting his place in the world now. And I think I was thinking of getting rid of the Romanki Gun Girl, but seeing the price of it just keep going up, and how many people are just like, yo, this figure's best figure ever, I may just keep it. I know it's not the right scale for the Edgerunners figures and all that stuff, but it's still a really good figure. And it has uses. So I'm probably going to throw that down here as well, the other, because I have the blank body. And they're really nicely articulated. Obviously, she can sit crisscross applesauce. So, oh shit. Oops. Don't look. Her titty popped out. Don't look at that. YouTube. It's crazy that they sculpted that kind of shit on here. Like, why would they do that? Why would they sculpt it? I mean, I know why. Because anatomically correct figures are a thing. And then there's also gooners. But at least it's not like those figures that are like male figures where they have a swappable crotch and it's like different sizes. Like, at first your diorama was a lot to take in, but the more I watched it, the more I felt like it was home. Aw, well, thanks. It is a lot. Like, there's a lot going on in the background, but that's because I have ADHD. And when my older videos, you go back and watch them, I originally had just a light box that I had spray painted. It was some cardboard boxes that I spray painted and all that stuff. And then I started adding a few things here or there. And then I got a little diorama piece. And then I started going bigger and more with the diorama stuff. So here we are today with this monstrosity that takes up half of this room. Well, a quarter of it. Pet the kitty. Sit down. Pet the kitty. There you go. Pet the kitty. Perfect. So yeah, it is a lot. I get it. But then I also you know whose set gives me anxiety, and not in a bad way. It's just I watch their videos and I'm like, yo, this is there's so much happening. If you make one wrong move, all of that is gonna tumble down. Yojo Jerk has so many figures in the backgrounds of his videos. Like, he's got them all displayed in a certain way and they're all set up perfectly, and it's like, dang, that's just dominoes waiting to happen. ADHD, me too. That's why it was a lot at first. But your videos are chill, so I can look around and still pay attention. Well, thanks. Yeah, I try not to, like, I do try to be interesting. Like, I try to crack jokes. I try to, like, keep it lively and do the editing and throw in stuff. But yeah, my videos are pretty chill. I don't, there's been a few times where figures really made me mad and I've had to, like, take the aggro pills and just go She-Hulk on a video. But generally, I know what I want out of a figure, and I know what to expect by looking. Now, you can always, there's always surprises, don't get me wrong. I always know what to expect, at least when it comes to, like, Marvel. If this is so-and-so. So I go in already knowing. But the thing about my videos, too, is I don't watch other people's reviews of things that I'm getting. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch a review of a toy that I want to review, because that kind of already puts a bias in my brain as to what I'm going to expect. And I want my reaction and stuff to be genuine. I want people to know what I think, not what I've heard someone else say about it. So I used to, before I started doing my channel, and I'll get to your question, Jean, I'd watch, you know, every Robo Don't Know video, every D Amazing video, every displaying model behavior video, or whoever I was watching at the time, Nostalgia Unboxed or whatever. And that was stuff that I wanted to get that I didn't want to get. And then sometimes I'd watch a video and I'd want to buy the thing, which is completely fine. That means they did a great job. But when I started getting more subscribers and more likes and more views, I realized that I can't have any preconceived notion of what I'm going to get. So I don't watch stuff that I have on pre-order. I don't watch people getting figures of that and reviewing it. And what inspired you to begin reviewing action figures? So actually, when I started dating my girlfriend 5 years ago, you know, I was collecting figures. They'd come in the mail and I'd look at them, I'd play with them, I'd pose them, and I'd put them on shelf, sit there. And my girlfriend was like, why don't you do something with your hobby? Why don't you like start a YouTube channel or something? And I was like, it's a lot of work. I don't have a camera. I don't have all this stuff. What's up, Smudge? How's it going? I'm just organizing my diorama. So my girlfriend was like, okay, she was working in a job, an electronics recycling company, so she would get stuff for free. So she came back with this one day. This is what I record on. It's a Panasonic HC VX870. It's starting to act up. I need to figure out what's happening with it. But she brought me that, and then I was like, yeah, that's fine, but I don't have audio. And then she brought me this wireless mic. That was weird. She brought me this wireless mic. I'm still live, right? Y'all can still see me. Yeah, a new Red Sonja movie came out. I haven't seen it yet. Apparently Thunderbolts is on Disney Plus now. So she got me the mic. She's like, all right, now you can start videos. And I'm like, well, I don't. And then she got all the stuff I said I needed for free. Didn't put any money into it. And she's like, all right, you need to start a YouTube channel now. So my first, I think one of my first videos was like a NECA Back to the Future. I think it was like Doc Brown or something like that. Or maybe it was Ghostface. I don't know. This was like a long time ago. You can go back. You can go back to the future and look and see. These aren't staying in my diorama. I don't know. Red Sonja and Conan might, and Vampirella might too. But I have them down because, like I said, I'm getting my Frazetta Conan So I wanted to get some like independent comic book figures out to compare it to. Because I know Conan was Marvel for a while, but not always. That's why Shumagorath does not belong to Marvel, because it belongs to the Hyborian realm, which is the Conan comic book universe / book universe, whatever. So that's why they call him Gigantos. So I have Red Sonja Vampirella down for comparison. I have my Mezco mask down here for comparison, because now my diorama is mostly fixed. It's mostly set up. And then I have, that's like the universe opening doors. It's great. She could get you the tools and you just did it. Oh, I was nervous. Like, I didn't start live streaming until earlier this year. So the live streams are a new thing for the channel. And now she gets annoyed that I'm doing it, even though it makes me money. She's like, you're working on your YouTube, your live stream. It's like, yeah, sweetie, I need to make content. I try to upload and make content almost every day, because that is how YouTube puts you into the algorithm. Like, doing live streams like this, it really sends me out to an audience. So, like, to new people that haven't seen my channel. So I haven't been doing these toy room live streams very often. So I wanted to get back to doing these, like, when I feel like it, when I'm in here doing something that's not a review or a video for an extended period of time, like A, working on my diorama, or B, working on a custom. So yeah, I just want to get back to doing that. I need to do my gaming streams, because I want to beat Spider-Man and then play more games like God of War and Uncharted, and I want to do a complete Baldur's Gate playthrough, because I actually haven't beaten the game, because I really am attached to my character from Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox. So we have a PC copy, so I was thinking I could do a whole playthrough and beat it and play start to finish for Baldur's Gate and just kind of try to remake my character. But I love my first game so much. Like, I don't want to, like, if you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, you really should. But there's like one level where you literally have to go to hell and fight the devil. His name is Raphael. And it's a hard battle. Like, I had lost everybody. I kept saving every time I made an advancement in the battle. Like, I killed enough creatures and I'd save and be like, all right, now I got to go from here. And I literally had like 2 characters left that were half health, and I had to save, and I kept restarting every time I'd mess up, which is kind of cheating, but you know, it's a hard RPG. I wasn't playing it on the easiest difficulty. And I finally killed Raphael, and it was so satisfying. So like, I'm really attached to that campaign, that character, so I don't want it to end. It's important to keep content out there. I get that. My wife can't ever know. She hates it all. Glad you did it. YouTube is all the better for it. I mean, I appreciate it. I do try to have my own little corner, my niche. But you know, it's nice that I've expanded it and met more people and made new friends. What's going on, Evil Paw? How's it going? How are you? Welcome to my almost over, because I do, unfortunately, I wanted to finish setting up this diorama, but I do have to go to bed pretty soon. But yeah, like I asked earlier, nobody answered me. Which She-Hulk do you like better, this one or that one? I personally am a bit of the purple and white, but especially with the big hair on this She-Hulk, this is also a really fantastic looking She-Hulk. And I actually think the greens on this one are better, because it's not like a bioluminescent green. It's kind of got some like, how's it going, Michael? Hello. She's kind of got some like fleshy tones in that green, especially on the face sculpt. I don't know. Jenna's Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character. Spider-Man will always be my favorite Marvel character. And then with Moon Knight and She-Hulk, they kind of like are interchangeable depending on who's writing it, what stories are happening. I love the blue and white against her green skin, but the purple is great too. Yeah, they both look good. Like, I think it's a She-Hulk thing. I think she just looks good in whatever. I think that's her real power. Jennifer Walters has the power to look good in anything as a giant green muscle mommy. This summer, see She-Hulk in Doomsday. I'm hoping she's going to be in Doomsday and Secret Wars. God, she better be. She was in the original Secret Wars. They have everyone. They have everyone that they can put, like they have the rights to every single person that was in the original 1983-84 Secret Wars. They have the rights to every single character. So they need to do the right thing and use them all in Secret Wars. Whether they use that original storyline or not, they need to have She-Hulk, they need to have Hulk, Spider-Man, the X-Men. All of these characters need to be in Secret Wars. Or I will call foul. Just like I call foul on this. Really, like, I love both She-Hulks. She's probably going to be in my... She'll be in my top 10 video, but I don't know if she'll make the top 10. Look out for this. It's 100% Laser Pants Diddy oil extract, ninja oil. Do better and stay ready with it. I still don't know what this is. I don't know if it's actual oil or what. I'm kind of scared to open it. Kind of terrified, actually. Because if this is Laser Pants Diddy oil, I don't know. I don't know the ramifications of that. And I can switch the heads. But this... So the greens are slightly off, but you can't really tell. Like on my camera, you can't really tell. The greens are slightly different. But She-Hulk, as someone else pointed out, never wore a ponytail with this suit. You'll turn into a ninja. Diddy alert. Yeah, exactly. So there's the head swap. What was I about to say? Oh, I wanted to say, like, I don't know if I said it in my She-Hulk video or not, but like... For $24.99, this Fantastic Four She-Hulk figure is a great fucking deal. Like, you get 3 sets of hands, including the ones that are on her. You get 2 head sculpts, and you get 2 dumbbells. This one came with an extra set of hands and this. And the hands that she came with can't even hold this. So $24.99 Hasbro just went the extra mile with this She-Hulk for whatever reason, which I'm happy they did. Yeah, she has, well, it's not so much a lighter green. It's more so that it's, I mean, like I said, it's really negligible in the difference. You can't really tell. It's actually a little darker on the Fantastic Four one, and that's because they kind of have some like pink undertones in that green. Especially on the face sculpt, like it's not a straight up green. Like they tried to give it some dimension, I guess. Like for me, it just looks like she's wearing makeup on this head sculpt. Like it's ever so slightly off. I don't really care. I do like the blue with the big hair. Yeah, it's very 80s. This is a very 80s look. So is that, but this suit, because if you don't know, I also said it in my video. Also, hi Transformer Joe. The reason that Jen joined the Fantastic Four was because Ben stayed on Battleworld because he could transform back and forth from Thing with orange rock skin to Ben Grimm, a normal human. And, he wanted to stay behind and live with that for a while. So Jen went back with the Fantastic Four when they left Battleworld and joined the team for a little while. So that is the story with the Fantastic Four She-Hulk. Yep, well now you know, Joe. I know you're a Transformer guy. It says it in your name. I am a Marvel girl. Alright, let me put Jen back up here and not knock anyone over, right? That's the hope and dream. And I failed it. Smudge, no. I hit your diorama that you made for me. I keep it there to keep it safe. And I ruined its safety. You see what I do? Hi Muzz. How's it going? Oh, Sue Storm. Sorry, I don't mean to point it at the litter box. Well, I know. Yeah, that's the other thing I said in my video as well. You should watch the video. She's missing an ab crunch and butterfly joints. That would make that She-Hulk body perfect. And I'm hoping that when they do the skimpy She-Hulk, there we go. Skimpy She-Hulk outfit for Marvel Legends, they give her an ab crunch and they give her butterfly wings. Because really, and you'd have to, and it's also difficult to pop this torso off because they're both hard plastic. So you can't really do a modification without popping the torso. And who wants to do that? So yeah, no butterfly joints, no ab crunch. All they need to do is when they do the skimpy one, where this is like, you know, all that, and it's more white than purple, they need to do an ab crunch. They need to add butterfly joints. They should just, what skimpy outfit? So the not, it's not so much skimpy except for down here, but it's kind of like a onesie like that. But I would bring up a picture. What's up, Denzens? I would bring up a picture, but I can't because I'm on my phone. You really think they will release a skimpy outfit version and have them in Targets? Oh, well, it might be a fan channel. It might be for like Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. Yeah, I get your release. Hasbro should totally have tooled. They like to skimp out and just be ever so close to making something perfect and be like, well, that means you won't buy the next one. So they will do a She-Hulk with butterflies and an ab crunch. They will. It's a matter of when and if we're going to wait for it or if we're going to do it ourselves. And yes, I do believe they will do the skimpy She-Hulk outfit because Toy Biz did it. And when I say it's the one that's like, so how do I describe it? So it's got the zipper down the middle. It's got the purple stripe down the middle and it's white on the sides. And it's just very like revealing. Like you can see her booty cheeks hanging out, much like Psylocke, which is fine. Do more figures like that. Yeah, who cares? Kids have another phone. Yeah, you know, they just need to make that figure. They need to make the best version of She-Hulk, which is the 90s, 2000s skimpy outfit She-Hulk, because She-Hulk's just proud of her body, which is fine. Ain't no problems with that whatsoever. And then we got another Muscle Mommy right here. And Rhea Ripley. Yeah. Also, I feel like a lot of the WWE stuff is 1/12 and not 1/10. Like this Rhea Ripley is kind of perfectly scaled, like to be 5'10". Like, let's see here. Because I think Buck, like what, 6'2". Hey, Evil Paul with another gift membership. We've got Darth Stargazer. Welcome to the Rowdy Rascals. Unfortunately, I don't have my super chat clips, but you would have gotten a great one, I promise you. Evil Paul, Stu, thank you for donating. Welcome to the new Rowdy Rascals. I appreciate y'all very much. Also, Darth Stargazer is a real one, so glad it was them. Wrong. See her ponytail. Hasbro's like a little kid who gets covered in chocolate sauce all over and ruins the kitchen, but they're so cute. Like, what did you do? And then, aw, because they do things wrong. Then we see her ponytail. Yeah, exactly. Then we get the ponytail for She-Hulk, and we're like, oh. Plus, they included a lot with that Fantastic Four She-Hulk. Who's the goth mommy in the middle? That's Rhea Ripley. You don't know Rhea Ripley? Well, let me tell you about the best, hottest female wrestler of all time, Rhea Ripley. Can I zoom in? Yeah, she's awesome. I love her. She's actually my tag team partner in LSWA, Legend Series Wrestling Alliance. So please be the next Tamashi Nason's SH figure arts Gambit vs. Wolverine or Gambit. I'm sure they'll do Wolverine. I know they'll do Wolverine. No one misses out on a chance to do their own Wolverine. Gambit is a little iffy, but if they do the whole Marvel roster, Sherry Martell is my favorite female of all time. I'll have to look her up, Stu. I recognize the name. I just don't know who it is exactly, but I do recognize the name. But I will love my goth mommy, Rhea Ripley, forever. I say mommy, but she's It's spelled Amami, first of all, and secondly, I'm older than her. um, Leia, I may start a Rhea Ripley collection if it's good. I just want more pretty Rhea Ripley figures, you know? Also, we got 12 watching and we got 9 likes. Let's even up that ratio just a little bit. Let's get it to 10 likes. Let's get one more like on the board. Well, now we dropped to 11 because I called someone out. I get it. You just want to watch for free. I understand. But a like is free as well. She has the whole mask look and attire from that one women's tag team match. Sweet. And age is just a number, but damn, it does catch up. It does catch up with me sometimes. And Neva fan, yes, I am a wrestling. I would say that I am a wrestling. I used to be a big WWE person, but that being said, everything happening, who's in charge, what they're doing in WWE right now is kind of disgusting. And now, you know, they're switching over their pay-per-views, which aren't even pay-per-views, they're just, you know, things that you could watch if you had Peacock. Now you're gonna have to pay for that on ESPN. So WWE is a pretty scummy company. I am too past. I don't know. I don't want to get into AEW or something like that. So I'm a wrestling fan, but I don't really watch that much. I'll watch the pay-per-view, Rhea Ripley's matches. But I do know, obviously I know wrestling stuff. But Neva fan, go check out Legend Series. He has, so if you become a channel member on his channel, he runs LSWA, which is a YouTuber wrestling league using WWE 2K25. And if you become a channel member, he will make you, send him a picture, description, whatever. You can sit in the live stream and he'll make a character. And then you get to be a wrestler. And Rhea Ripley is my tag team partner in the LSWA, and I am the WCW Women's Champion right now, so that's a lot of fun. And who doesn't love Mommy? If you know who Mommy is, you have to love Mommy. Evil Paul, that's okay. I got into it around 2004, 2005, so like the height of John Cena being everywhere. And at that point, I didn't like John Cena because I was, you know, oh, I'm 15. I'm too old for John Cena. He's a kid's wrestler, blah, blah, blah. I was like the Hardys, CM Punk. Who else was, you know, there's a lot of people still wrestling today that are wrestling at that time. But now I adore John Cena. I think he's a great person. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's done a lot of things that other wrestlers claim to have done, like Hulk Hogan. No, John Cena did all the stuff you claim to have done. John Cena elevated wrestling. Hulk Hogan just made it mainstream, but John Cena made it a spectacle. And Hogan was just the guy to bring it to the mainstream. And now he's dead. Rest in peace. So 23 watching. Let's smash the like. Pretty please. I'm wrapping up now. Pretty soon, I promise. But who's Mommy? Mommy is Rhea Ripley. That is one of her nicknames that she goes by. So this is Mommy. Mamacita. Yes, I need to watch Peacemaker episode 2, but I gotta wait for my girlfriend to watch that. Let's talk about for a second, because I don't have a lot of Mattel stuff. And they are the ones that are going to be doing DC Multiverse again for the second time, which I'm fine with because I fucking hate McFarlane and I hate Todd McFarlane. I think he's a dumbass and I think he's bad at his job. Todd McFarlane, you can come on my channel and I'll interview you. I promise it'll go fine. I like the sculpt. I like the paint applications, all that stuff. They need to work on the articulation though. Like we don't need waist cuts like this. And this is more forward than She-Hulk, but the back is lacking and then her head doesn't go up. Everyone needs to do what Jada did with Blanca and make hair like this really soft. So I want Mattel to succeed. I want them to do their DC figures in this scale, the same exact scale as the WWE Mattel stuff, because it scales perfectly with Legends. That looks perfect next to Bucky Cap. They just need to fix the articulation. They need to improve some stuff. She can kick her butt. That's good. We got thigh cuts. We got boot cuts. We got kind of weak ankle articulation. They got toe joints though. No butterfly joints that I can see. But this is my only. I got rid of all my other WWE stuff. I sold it after the Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon stuff was going down. I was like, all right, I'm out. I sold all that stuff. I didn't have a Rhea Ripley at that point. I should have kept my Alexa Bliss. But it's okay. Yeah, vehicles I don't so much mind. It is his figures. The Ultimate Edition figures have butterflies. There you go. So, I'm glad that Mattel is getting the DC license. I want, hopefully, reasonably priced DC figures to scale next to my Marvel Legends figures. That's what I want. Don't want 7-inch, ultra textured, diaper wearing, long limb, heroic proportions that look goofy as fuck action figures from Todd McFarlane. Yeah, I wish I'd kept my Alexa Bliss figure, but I'm sure I could get another one. What I should do is just get like female wrestlers, like obviously Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, and I always forget her name. What the fuck is wrong with me? Becky Lynch. Damn, Evil Paul. You sending out the memberships out the wazoo. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have to update my members list here. Hopefully everyone stays around. It's only 99 cents, but I still appreciate you. Good, and congrats to Ron Barr. Barr. Becky's my man. Becky's great. I love Becky Lynch. Thank you, Evil Paul. Appreciate it. You a real one. I don't know if I can talk for another 13 minutes. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I know that it's I have a hard time supporting WWE, even though it was a huge part of my childhood. That's the thing, like, people are like, oh, you got to separate from art from the artist. And it's like, sometimes that's possible. But when a company is literally run by a bunch of people in a cult who are just yes men because that makes the money, I don't really want to be a part of that. Rhea Bloody Ripley. Exactly. You get it. Bryce H. Wrestling. New face. Hello. Welcome. Smash like, everybody, for Rhea Ripley. Everyone's favorite female wrestler. Not everyone's, but my favorite. And a lot of people's. Hey, Allison. How's it going? We got everybody showing up. 27 watching. For no reason. I'm not doing shit. I'm going to talk about this really quick because I saw that Dave displaying model behavior got one from Duarte. I was like, I have one of those that I made myself. It's not as good as Duarte's. Don't act like I'm saying it is, because it's not. But my girlfriend 3D printed this and I painted it, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty thick. Deviant Elite Rich. Yeah, I did. Wrapping some before ooh, vacay. Congrats, Allison. That'll be fun. So the stuff that I keep in here is like effects pieces for photography. Like, it's also a crow. Oh, that's where these are. I was wondering. I need the rest of my weights. I was wondering what I did with those. Where's one? Oh, yeah, there's another one. So someone asked me where I got my dumbbell, and it came with a model. There's a model kit, like a weight workout model kit. So those also came with it, and so did the bench right here. And this right here, and then it came with like a protein shake and a trophy and some other stuff. I do the Michael Jackson, he died so I can enjoy his music now. See, that's like a touchy subject, because like I used to be of the belief that Michael Jackson was a monster and he did everything that he said he did. But then you go back and you look at the narrative that's painted about, like, and I'm not saying none of it's true. Like, obviously O.J. Simpson was a monster. Obviously R. Kelly and Diddy are monsters. But Michael Jackson was abused his whole life. didn't really have a childhood. And I genuinely think, like, at this point in my life, I didn't always think this way, but I don't think that there is enough out there to say that Michael Jackson did that kind of stuff. I think he just genuinely liked to hang out with, people that are experiencing what he missed out on and watching the joy. And I don't know. I know there's documentaries out there. It's something I go back and forth on, but I watched Elvis was bad. Yeah, Elvis fucking sucked. So if you've seen the show Atlanta, it's Donald Glover's show. Donald Glover's in my diorama back there. They did an episode called Teddy Perkins that was kind of like a horror episode set. If you've seen Atlanta, it's kind of like it's real life, but it's a little bit too surreal. It's a little bit too wacky. But they had this character that Donald Glover played called Teddy Perkins that was like an allegory for Michael Jackson. And he talked about how, his dad cared about them and wanted them to be successful. So when they fucked up, he'd beat them. And it made them better. And the character that was in the house, he got like kidnapped by this guy, and he's like, I'm gonna do you in, and then I'm gonna say it was a break-in, and I'll have my fame, and everyone will pay attention to me again, and all that stuff. And the thing that the character said to him out of all the stuff was, I'm sorry for your father, and I'm sorry that, and like, whether or not Michael Jackson did that shit or not, I don't know. But I think that some people definitely owed him an apology. Elvis, however, rest in fucking piss. Dude married a fucking Priscilla when she was not an adult. So, fuck that piece of shit. David Bowie is also a piece of shit. And the main thing that I want to put a point that we should all know at this point is, don't idolize anybody, any celebrity. Don't act like anyone is infallible. Corey Feldman owes MJ an apology. Corey Feldman owes a lot of people an apology for the music that he's making and the stuff that he's doing right now. So these are all blood effects. That's what was in the dumpster. But like, I didn't know that Marvin Gaye's father was the one that, ended his life. I didn't know that. And apparently he was in the same situation as Michael Jackson, where the father was very controlling. Oh, there was like a 15-year-old groupie that came out. There was reports, there was stuff. The white-faced kid in school was funny and creepy. Have you seen Atlantis too? I haven't finished it yet. I got to that episode and I took a break. I need to continue watching it. But Peacemaker's out and Alien Earth is out, so those are the priorities right now when it comes to watching stuff. What did Donatello do? The Ninja Turtle? Oh, Corey Feldman. Yeah, he was I was watching. I haven't known for, Charlie Sheen. A lot of celebrities suck. Yeah, so I made a live stream about someone in the community that's actually a huge monster, that still has a fucking channel up on YouTube somehow. Hasn't really gone down in any more subscribers, sitting at 12K, and it's like, YouTube, you haven't done what you needed to do yet, so I don't have any faith that they will. But yeah, there's a lot of celebrities that just fucking suck. And I wanted to make a video about this, but I guess I'll just say it here. So there is this smear campaign, and like I said, I don't idolize celebrities. Don't say someone's, this person's perfect, but give people the benefit of doubt. And there's this hate campaign that is going on against hurt people, as they say. Yeah, that's true. But there's this hate campaign going against Pedro Pascal, and the only reason it started, and I want to, this is the most important part. The only reason it started is because he called out J.K. Rowling for being a turfy ass bitch. And she is a turfy ass bitch. She's an idiot. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She hates trans people. She hates gay people. She herself used to question her gender and her femininity and masculinity, and is probably self-hating in some way. And Pedro called her out for being a stupid ass bitch who won't shut her mouth. And so J.K. Rowling has literally paid people to start this rumor that Pedro Pascal is a creep and he touches everyone and he makes people uncomfortable, when it's quite the opposite. People are comfortable around Pedro Pascal, which I don't know if you're like familiar with your friends, your close personal relationships, where you just have that oh, I consent to you touching me because I know you're not going to touch me in a way that I don't want kind of way, like hugging, loving, like a peck on the cheek, whatever. That everyone is like that around Pedro Pascal. Not women, not men. He doesn't initiate the shit. The dude has anxiety and people will see that and they'll, distract him, hold his hand. Like it's valid. When I'm overwhelmed and my partner's around, I want to hold her hand and shit. So I keep seeing these dumbass pictures of someone posting the Pedro Pascal Mr. Fantastic, oh, I have anxiety, and just being all gropey and weird in pictures. What's up, Kenzo? And it's not because Pedro Pascal has done anything wrong. It's because J.K. Rowling is a stupid, dumb bitch who should disappear off the face of the earth. And yeah, the reason Pedro Pascal gets cast in a lot of things is because everyone gets along with him. He's an agreeable person. He does a good job with his material. And he's a good actor. I'm not going to say he's the best actor in the world, but there's never been a role where I've seen Pedro Pascal and been like, man, he sucked in that. Like, he was the best part of Wonder Woman 2, for sure. Like, Wonder Woman 1984. And, he was working the touching Mandalorian. I don't know what that, yeah, that's, like I said, it's a silly hate campaign against someone who doesn't deserve it. He's working in Hollywood from like the 90s onward, and just shuffling along as a character actor, getting bit parts here and there, and he got his big break in Game of Thrones, and he deserves his big break from Game of Thrones because Oberyn Martell, as someone who hadn't read the books and was watching the show, I got really invested in Oberyn Martell. I got really invested in these characters, and of course they go fucking die on us. But Pedro Pascal did a fantastic job portraying Oberyn Martell. So he deserved to get cast in The Mandalorian. He deserved to get cast as Reed Richards. I still haven't seen Fantastic Four, but everyone has said that you watch that movie and you kind of forget that it's Pedro Pascal and you're just watching Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm talk to each other. You're watching the Fantastic Four. And that's kind of what he does. He just takes that character on and does a great job. Yeah, about touching Pedro Pascal was joking. I'm glad she's joking because I love me Pedro Pascal, and I hate the dumbass comments that I see on Instagram where, oh, he's a piece of shit. No, you're just sad that women touch you. That's what those guys are sad about, and they're just latching onto this narrative because they feel like because a man is touching a woman, it's got to be sexual. Oh, if we're married to my wife, I'd knock him out. Buddy, do you have a wife? Do you even have a wife? I don't think so. I don't think so, sweetie. But yeah, it's a silly hate campaign. It's not working, honestly, because the man's not done anything wrong. So, yeah. Apparently Disney settled with Gina Carano, which is bullshit. To settle with her. They didn't have to give her any money. They didn't owe her shit, but I guess it's cheaper to just settle out of court and be like, all right, shut up. We're not working with you again. Go make your Ben Shapiro movies or whatever. And fuck off. All right, y'all. I got to an hour. I found shit to talk about. So, my diorama is set up. I'm ready to film my Conan video. I don't think I have anything else to film. I keep saying film. I don't film anything. This isn't the 1990s anymore. Record my Conan video when I get it. I have a couple videos scheduled for the next couple weeks on Tuesday, which is for everyone. Welcome to the new channel members. You get to see the members first. You'll get to see my members only stream on Saturday, which is not in the toy room. That is on the computer with all the bells and whistles and the super chats, video clips and the intros and the outros and the big Bollywoppips and whatever you want to say. I don't know. I need to get out of here. But yeah, welcome to the new channel members. Thank you, Evil Paul and Stu, for gifting those channel memberships. It's not the 1990s for me. It's the 1980s, baby. Stu is spitting tonight. I just saw a video about not wasting energy on nonsense. I'll have to go watch that. Stu speaks facts 99.999 100% of the time. I've never seen Stu spitting something that wasn't facts. You also rock, Stu. Yeah, this turned from another 30-minute stream to another hour, so I'm gonna get off of here. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta get ready for bed. I gotta go to bed at like 9:30. So yeah, smash like, hit subscribe, become a channel member. Welcome to the new channel members. Thank you for tuning in. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be safe. I love you. I will see you all next time. And bye-bye.